This is FNGR, and we're going to offer 5 questions for 5 reviewers and/or analysts I'll never have on King of Limbo. I'm doing this mostly because I thought it would be a fun exercise if any of you in the comments can get any of these people on your podcasts. Feel free to boost one or more of these questions. Just try and thank me later if you can find the time. Alternatively, if you would like to see any of these names on King of Limbo, please like, tweet, and share this video on any and all social media you have access to. Strebiskunk. You know, I've never been able to spell this name without looking it up first. 7 months ago, Strebiskunk suffered from a very serious accident and still managed to bounce back, with 11 videos in that time. I've tried to reach out and I'm a big fan of his work, and I believe Buck holds you in high regards as well, sir. It goes without saying, if you ever saw this and considered the offer, I'd strive to give you a fun and enjoyable environment. Number 5. In your 4 years as a brony, what have been your highs and lows? Number 4. What keeps you motivated when you face severe adversity? Number 3. How do you feel about the fandom when you started versus now? Number 2. If you had more time, what other series would you cover? Number 1. What's your personal favorite project? Inkrose is someone who's worked with Nikki V, MLP, Digibro, and many other accomplished analysts. Regretfully, I come from the I respect her work, but it's not for me camp, but I do encourage you to check her out and give her a chance. Number 5. Which format do you prefer to express yourself? DA as an artist or a YouTube content creator? Number 4. Do you find you have more or less time from when you started as a brony between enjoying the fandom and putting out content? Number 3. Are there any particular commissions that you had to struggle with? I know some artists have a hard time with mouths, hands, heads. Do you have an Achilles heel, so to speak, or a weak spot that you feel you need to work on? Number 2. Between your art, your storytelling, and your various other talents, where do you feel life is going to take your study and ultimately your career? You certainly have a lot of options. Number 1. As things have gotten busy between in real life and your various other YouTube and art projects, what has been the first casualty to go in your free time that you miss the most? John Enter. John, besides Viacom, what has been your biggest migraine among copyright holders? Number 4. I can assume that you've had to remove a lot of videos over the years. Is there one that you were really proud of that you lost? Conversely, John, was there ever a time when having an excuse to remove a video wasn't nearly as heartbreaking? Something you were less proud of in the first place? Number 2. Was there ever a time when the success and attention became too much, and if so, when? Number 1. What makes a YouTube entertainer entertaining to you? Scorcher. Number 5. Mr. Scorcher, what's the hardest part about working on YouTube? Number 4. How do you stay motivated through your various pitfalls of rabid fans, software malfunctions, and overall hiccups you've had to face on your way to becoming a content creator? Number 3. If you had more time, what's one more thing that you'd pursue getting good at? Number 2. Between your 2 channels and your main, what unique challenges does each present as well as hardships? Number 1. What do you look forward to the most? The conventions? The mass projects, the let's plays, the reviews? What excites you and keeps you going with so many things going on? Sweetie Bloom. As opposed to the other 4, I am on speaking terms with Sweetie Bloom, but she refuses to come on my show as either a co-host or a guest because she finds me to be an insufferable ass. But she's not wrong. The door is always open, and personally it would mean a great deal to me, as Sweetie Bloom was one of the first people, even before she was successful, to speak with me, and has generally been very receptive and understanding to beginners. While talking to Sweetie Bloom wouldn't garner nearly the name bragging rights as John Enter or Josh Scorcher, I feel podcasting is something I'm aces at, provided the audio decides to cooperate with me that day. Number 5. I recall your reaction to popping up to 200 subscribers. Are there any other humbling milestones that caught you off guard? Number 4. You were a house of fire in Season 4, and supposedly real life has limited your content release and growth. Do you feel that that's a bump that you just need to get past, or is that the new reality? Number 3. What were the high points in Season 4? Not just the projects, but the interactions, the conventions. Just the overall brony, so to speak, versus how you feel now. Number 2. As a brony, a Harry Potter fan, or a Doctor Who fan, what's the goofiest fandom thing you've ever done? Number 1. Tell us about a bright-eyed Sweetie Bloom getting into analysis. Getting her first start. Everything's fresh. It's new, it's exciting, it's fun, maybe even a little overwhelming. With all the overall fandoms you've ever been a part of, how did brony differ? How was it the same?